All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So I guess we're gonna have to work with what we got. Welcome back. Sorry about this technical difficulty or difficulties. You can always subscribe to the channel and make sure you're grabbing the content once we chop it up and make them reviewable. I want to do a quick shout out to Scorpion Bradford. Yes, we do deals everywhere. It depends on what you got. What do you have? Send me an email. Drop me an email at support now at myempirepro.com. Just drop me what you have. All right. So without any further ado, we're just going to get into the conversation. The thing is that some of my bells and whistles, I can't see them. This I'm going to have to leave some terrible reviews for some of these hotels. They need to understand that some of us are doing business inside of these hotels and we need proper internet connections. And if they don't get that, then they deserve a good uh, congruent review to match that. So, but that's what I've been dealing with because I've been on the road for business for a few weeks and I've been dealing with such nonsense. Anyway, without any further ado, we're just going to jump right in. Yes, today we're going to be continuing to talk about how to build $10,000 or more in real estate business, wholesale real estate to be precise. So we're going to talk about that. Let me see my internet. Something is just terribly wrong. It was okay until just before I came live, and then I started experiencing all this funny shenanigans. So I turned off the blurriness in the background. Maybe that will help. All right. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about today is Lis Pendens. As usual, we're talking about Lis Pendens. Lis Pendens is just fancy name for pre-foreclosure. Okay, it means a pending lawsuit. It means the homeowner already stopped the payment. That's what it means. Okay, so Lis Pendens is a major source of motivated seller leads when it comes to this business. Um, so before a property even hits foreclosure, as you might see it if you're a layman, if you're not really in real estate before, you might see pre-foreclosures on Zillow or before it hits the marketplace, before it hits a realtor. Many times, it's gone through a stage called the Lis Pendens. So if you can catch some properties in the Lis Pendens stage, then you might end up with a gem, the money making opportunity. Okay, so that one document that tells you that money is coming is called Lis Pendens, Latin word for pending lawsuit. Okay, so that's what it really means. It's an early signal of a motivated seller. Not all Lis Pendens become motivated seller because you have to remember this is a life event for many people, and it's not always as simple as it may sound. As oh, if you're facing foreclosure, then you're just ready to give me your house. It's not always that way. Sometimes some people are going through a very bad situation. They're not even aware. You know, and when they are aware, it's not always okay. Let me just give me your house. Okay, take it from me. So there's a lot of factors involved. Sometimes it depends on your ability to speak, your ability to influence, your ability to make a person feel safe, even while they're going through this kind of stuff. But how do you find Lis Pendens? Well, finding Lis Pendens data, traditionally, you find them through the county clerk, depending on the state you live in. Some people can actually find them through the title companies, right? Title companies, attorneys that specializes in foreclosure, pre-foreclosure, because at the end of the day, when people start making payments, the bank also go to law firms to file the foreclosures. These are traditional ways. Okay, I'm just talking about the traditional ways of finding them. Okay, but I have my favorite way that I'm going to introduce you to finding Lis Pendens or pre-foreclosure. My favorite way is through PropStream or any of the other software out there. The reality is that in this time and age, in this AI world, you can absolutely have access to some of those data without having to physically go to a court or county house. Okay, you don't have to physically go there. This time and age, you can easily get access to uh, this kind of data without leaving the comfort of your home. The same way where you have a lot of people have access to. Hold on one second. Wait. What is going on? I think there might be other issues going on beyond just my prop stream now. I'm not sure. But anyway, um, let's see. I see many more high value. Let me see. Okay, Scorpion says I see many more high value foreclosure properties going to auction. I can reach you now that I know you're interested. Yes, just send me an email. Support now at myempirepro.com. Okay. So my favorite way of reaching this type of property is through PropStream. You know, PropStream is a software, is a web-based software. You can try it out for free. I think they give 7-day trial now for free. But it's my favorite way of getting access to. Now I've always had access through the internet because I started 20 years ago, right? Even as far back as 20 years ago, I did not go to a courthouse or a county clerk physically. I just didn't. Okay, at as far back as 20 years ago, same year, 2005, that YouTube started, it made no sense for me to be going to physically look for this kind of properties. Let me see if I'm able to share my screen. I'm not sure, but let's give it a shot. Yeah. Yeah, nothing is working, guys. So we're just going to talk. Nothing is working. Let me see. I don't know what's going on. Nothing. Nothing is working. Let's say share screen. Nope. Nothing. Everything is frozen. Let me check the speed. Sorry about this one, guys. I might have to, while I'm still on the road, I might have to suspend all live streaming. For now, let's see. All right. So so like I was saying, so I use PropStream today. You can see the link on the screen. It supports our channel here through the affiliate commissions. But I used to use foreclosures.com, foreclosures.com. I'm not sure if they still exist, but that platform at the time you just get the list. But PropStream comes with all kind of analysis tools to help you analyze deals, to help you manage skip tracing, to help you manage contacts. So it's a full-blown um, CMS system. That means customer or client management system, all for the price of one. You know, it helps you manage the business. So I prefer PropStream today. All right. So what else? So that's my favorite way of finding these deals today. And also another thing that PropStream helps you do is helps you filter for good list pendings. Not all, like I said, not all list pendings are going to become good. And eventually, as you run through this business, you start seeing some criteria that usually means motivated sellers, right? So, for example, on PropStream, you can set up filters for tired landlords for vacant properties. You can set up filters for absentee homeowners or properties that has tax liens on top of list pendings. You know, so you can set up filters like that to reduce the number of data that you have. It to be quality data. You can basically zone in, you can drill in on quality for the kind of list that you pull up so that you can manage your marketing funds, your marketing and prospecting budgets accordingly. Okay, so filters are good, and filters is something that comes with our prop stream. Again, I haven't used foreclosures.com or any other platform, so I'm just speaking to what I know and what I use very well. All right. This is data. You know, the first step in real estate business, the first piece of it, the first node, as I call it, is called it's essentially The first node is data. And what do I mean by node? So you have stages that your marketing and prospecting goes through. There's about 5 stages, and those 5 stages you transition through them using 3 processes, right? The first stage is data, and then the second stage is contact. That means you've now found a contact information. Okay, data, contact, leads, right? That means there's an interest, there's an actual interest. And then you convert that leads to the next stage, to contract. That process is called acquisition, right? So you come from acquisition to closing a deal. That will be called the disposition, right? So from data to contacts, we're now talking marketing, right? From data to contact, marketing. From contact to leads, right? That's still marketing. You can call that prospecting if you will. So marketing and prospecting. Then from leads to contract, that will be acquisition. Okay. And then from contract to a closed deal is called the disposition. So now why did I go through that quick exercise? Very, very simple. Again, everything starts with data, and the quality of your data is everything. And filter into, you can have access to foreclosures anywhere, going to the county clerk, like I said, but that's not what you want to be doing. If you want to do this business properly, you want to leverage, you want to understand the word leverage. Okay, so pre-foreclosure is gold for us, or you can use it. Another term is Lis Pendens. That's gold for us because it usually means the homeowner can no longer afford to hold on to the property. That property has become a liability for them, and that's not a good look. But that becomes an opportunity for you, and more importantly, becomes an opportunity for you to add value to a person who owns a property that's no longer serving them. Okay, you take that property from them legally, properly, and then you pass it on to an investor that's going to add value to that property, and then put it back on the market for people that can afford it. And then you're relieving a seller, but you're also creating inventory for the business of real estate. You're creating inventory that becomes a home for an actual people that can actually afford it. Okay. So I don't know. Have you ever checked your county house? Have you ever walked over to your county? I mean, sometimes you take a tour of it. I used to go there a lot to go postpone foreclosures and stuff like that. Because sometimes in the middle of helping some of these homeowners, the property might be almost going into foreclosure and it has a date on it. Back in days, I used to go to the county to postpone some of these auction sales. So we can have enough time to negotiate with their bank, negotiate a short sale with their bank. So short sale is another topic entirely, but list pendings is data. You can start from there. You don't have to do list pending. That's just one of my favorite ways of motivated sellers to find some of these opportunities. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. Now, once you take over this kind of property, you put them under contract and stuff like that. Well, once you get a hold of a contact information and they're willing to talk to you and they're interested in selling, they're at the lead stage. How do you actually make the right offer? Okay, so let's talk some ARV stuff, and yeah, I'll be right back. I hope this comes out well. I'm just teaching now. I'll be right back.
This is Ola at My Empire Pro, your favorite real estate coach. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your empire starts today. I've written 3 game-changing books. Download them free at myempirepro.com/books. I'm also looking for partners, money, time, or anywhere in between. If that's you, visit myempirepro.com/partners. And if you want to try the all-in-one PropStream software for free, go to myempirepro.com/PropStream. Stay tuned. Let's build your $10,000 per month real estate empire.